Hi guys, this is Mukesh Kumar, PGT Commerce of an international school of Hyderabad. Today I am going to teach you the issue of shares, the share capital of a company. So let's see the meaning of company. A company may be viewed as an association of persons who contribute money or money's worth to a common inventory, that is stock, and use it for common purpose. It is an artificial person having corporate legal entity and distinct from its members, that is shareholders, and has a common seal used for its signature. In other words, if you want to write the definition, you can write definition like this. A company is an artificial person created by law having separate entity with a perpetual succession and a common seal. So let's see the feature of company. Body corporate. Body corporate means it is registered with the company law. Then separate legal entity, it is separate from its shareholders. Limited liability means the liability of the company is limited to the extent of shares they sell it. Perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means the continuation of the company will be there even in case if somebody died, that is the member discontinue, I die or something like that. Common seal. Common seal means it is a seal for the signature. It acts as a signature of the company. Transferability of shares means through stock exchange the shares can be transferred easily. So that is transferability of shares. May sue or may be sued. So this means the company can file a case on somebody, and sometimes somebody can file a case on company, that is against company. Then management and ownership. Management and ownership, two different things are there. Management means it is the company is run by the directors, and these directors are elected by the shareholders, and the shareholders are known as owners. So the ownership is different and management is different. So let's see a kind of company. Now kind of company, if you see on the basis of members, we can divide a public company, private company, one person company. This is the latest addition in 2013 amendment of Company Act 1956. They added one person company. So let's see public company, private company and one person company. First I will talk about private and one person company. One person company is owned by only one person. He should be the citizen of India and residing in India. It cannot be for charitable purpose. It cannot be for charitable purpose. The paid up capital should be 50 lakhs. The annual turnover, average annual turnover for 3 years should not exceed 2 crores rupees. So this is about one person company. Now coming to private company, the transfer of these shares are not allowed. That means no transfer of shares. The total employees should not be more than 200 members, so including present and past. No public subscription will be there for this type of share. So share capital they have to get their own, no issue for public. Then the minimum number of persons should be 2 in case of a private company, and they should write name with P limited. Then public company are those company who issue shares to the general public, so they can raise the fund of company through issue of shares to public. There is a subdivision in that case. Limited liability company. So this is the name, limited liability company, or this is also known as company limited by shares. So that means limited liability of a company, how many shares you buy, with that limit the company's ownership will be there. Unlimited liability company. So the liability of the company is unlimited, so they are allowed to take any number of shares and unlimited liability will be there. Then company limited by guarantee. So this is another form of in public company. So when you write public company, you need not put bracket. For example, I can write MK Limited. That means this is a public limited. But when I write MKP Limited, that means it is a private limited. So you might have seen last year there was a chapter in business studies called formation of a company. So let me ask you, how many of you remember how the formation of company was there? So you might have remember there were 4 stages of formation of a company: promotion, incorporation, subscription and commencement. So we are going to talk about capital subscription. This chapter completely depends on capital subscription of a public limited company. So let's see, same thing here. Procedure for formation of a company, this you have seen in 11th class business studies. Promotion, incorporation or registration is same, and incorporation means registration. Then capital subscription, commencement of business. So this stage, in case of a private company, the share capital is taken by the owner, his own fund, whereas in case of public companies, the subscription is taken from the members from the public. So this is being explained in this lesson in big form, in mostly for accounting purpose, not for business studies purpose. So in that connection, let us check what is mean by prospectus. Now the prospectus, what is a prospectus? It is a type of circular, notice, advertisement or any other document inviting offer from the public for the subscription or purchase of shares or debentures or any type of security of a company. So that is known as prospectus. So prospectus is nothing but a type of invitation. Now when a company issues shares, minimum subscription they should receive. This also you might have seen in 11th class. Let me recall once again. So minimum subscription, it should be 90% of the issued shares as per the SEBI's rule. So what is a share? The share is a part of unit of the capital or a small part. Now if you divide this share, the shares can be divided into equity shares and preference shares. So let's check about equity and preference shares. So I have taken preference shares first and equity shares later. Let's see what is the difference. Preferences, it is issued to the preferential people like friends, relatives or any employer, anybody like that. Whereas equity shares is issued to general public. So this is equity shares. Now second difference, the dividend. The dividend means the income on shares. So income on shares or dividend is fixed. So there is a fixed rate of dividend in case of preferences, whereas there is no fixed rate of dividend in equity shares. It keeps fluctuating from year to year or as per the company's performance. Now third difference, the voting right in case of preferences is given only for very special purpose, whereas voting right is given here for each and everybody for all the purpose. In case of preferences, preferences has low risk, whereas equity share has high risk. In case of refund, like for example, if a company is closing down because of certain reasons, so which type of shares will be given first priority for repayment? So from that point of view, I am going to teach this thing. Refund of shares in case of companies closing down or winding up will be given first priority as compared to equity shares in case of preferences. So they get first priority and equity shareholder gets least priority in case of when the company is winding up. So they pay all the creditors, debenture holder and preference shareholders, then only they pay the equity shareholder. Share capital of a company. Share capital of a company means it is a part of the capital or unit of capital. capital of a company is divided into units of smaller denomination. For example, say 1 rupees, 2 rupees, 5 rupees, 10 rupees and so on. And each unit is called share. I repeat, each unit of this small units are known as shares from share capital. For example, the total capital of a company is rupees 50 lakhs. This is rupees 50 lakhs. And if you say that the cost of each share is 10 rupees, so how many will be the shares? So therefore you can divide 50 lakhs divided by 10, so you get 5 lakhs as shares. These are the number of shares. So you can sometime you can multiply total 5 lakhs into 10, you get the total amount in rupees. This is in rupees, this is in units. Now if you see how many members are there, so suppose for example if each member buy 1000 shares, so the total shareholders will be 500, that is 5 lakh shares divided by 1000 shareholders. That means each shareholder is holding 1000 shares, so total number of shareholders will be 500. So this is how the share capital is there, but there is a continuation in this. So I'm going to teach you how the money is received from the bank and how the money is paid by the shareholders. Classification of share capital from accounting point of view, we can divide like this. Authorized share capital means how much company is being authorized by the SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. Issued share capital or issued capital, how much from authorized we are going to issue. Subscribe means how much people are subscribing the share capital. This can be equal subscription, under subscription or over subscription. Called up, what is the called up amount? Paid up, how much amount is paid by the company. Then uncalled up capital, how much part is not called up, then this is reserve capital. If you look at the other side, as per the new Act 2013 Company Act, that is 1956 Company Act is being amended on 2013. As per them, the authorized share capital is there. Under that authorized share capital, under section 2 subsection 8 of Company Act 2013, issued share capital is there under section 2 subsection 50 of Company Act 2013, and subscribed share capital, that is under section 286 subsection and 2013. In this, subscribed capital is subdivided into subscribed and fully paid up. I repeat, subscribed and fully paid up, and B, subscribed but not fully paid up. So this is what is the latest division. So both the ways we are going to learn. Now let's see how the issue of shares can take place. When a company issues shares to public for subscription, a company can collect all the amount of shares in lump sum or in installment. For example, if they collect everything in lump sum, so at one go whole money has to be paid. That means rupees 10 as per my previous example of each share, and multiply by number of shares you are buying. But in case if you are paying in installment, then different installment has to be taken. So this we are going to learn it again in the next procedure. Procedure for issue of shares. Procedure for issue of shares, in this I told you about the prospectus. So a company has to issue a prospectus inviting public to subscribe its shares, debentures or any other security. So that is the first step. Once they pay the minimum amount of shares which is for application, so that the next stage is receipt of application. Receipt of application means how much money is being received at the time of application. Out of these, the company is going to allot the shares. So they will allot the shares. If it is excess, then it will be rejected. If it is under subscription, then the rule of under subscription has to be followed. If the share amount is paid in case of installment, so there are three installment basically, that is application money to be received, so this is first installment, allotment money to be received, this is second installment, and third installment is called call money. So there can be a first call or final call. I have just written as first call. So there are three stages. So in this lesson, this is a very important lesson from exam point of view, and it has weightage also very much. So we are going to learn so many things, but in parts I am going to teach. Hope you understood, and if you have any doubt or anything for clarification, you can write to my comment box. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.